All right, and we are live. Boy, I haven't done this since last Friday, so it's a little weird to get back into it. A lot of things going on this week. Some good, some not so good. Um, kind of battling a little bit of been dealing with a little bit of depression lately, and haven't been in the right mindset to live stream. But I was feeling pretty good this evening to jump on. Maybe do an hour live stream tonight. But I wanted to talk about a couple of random things. What's up, YT Jack? So first off, this past weekend, on Saturday, I was at a Asian store, and I was walking by the frozen section, and I was kind of checking out to see what they have inside there. And I was shocked to see this package with literally two full-size frogs packaged up. And I kind of thought to myself, I've never tried frog before, and I heard that it kind of tastes like chicken. So I want to find out for myself. So I went ahead and I bought the frozen frog amongst a couple of other things I needed at the Asian store. I brought the frog home, and I asked my dad if he wanted to eat some, and he wasn't having it. I tried though. But anyways, as soon as I took the frog out of the packaging, it had this really unique smell coming from it. It almost smelled like a river. I don't know how else to explain it. But anyways, the first thing I had to do with these two frogs was I had to skin them completely. And so once I skinned both frogs, I had to cut the legs off, because the only thing you really want to eat from a frog is the legs. And so once I skinned the frogs, cut the legs off, I seasoned the meat up with some onion powder, some garlic powder, some MSG, some pepper. So I seasoned them up real well, and then I fried them up on the frying pan. They didn't take too long. They may have took like maybe 5 to 7 minutes to fry in the frying pan. And I ended up having the frog with some rice on the side. And I would say the best way to describe the flavor of the frog is it really does taste like chicken. So I guess when they say a lot of things taste like chicken, that is definitely true. This frog tasted just like chicken. And at no point did I dry heave or want to throw up. The frog literally tasted like chicken. Hey Brandon, what's up? So yeah, it was a pretty interesting experience eating the frog. I did post some pictures on my YouTube posts. So if you want to see some of the pictures when you're done with this live stream, go look at my posts and you'll see some of the pictures of the frog that I deep fried. So that was an interesting experience. I don't regret doing it because you only live once. After having experienced eating frog, I wouldn't go out of my way to eat it again, only because even though it tastes like chicken, I would say chicken is still the better meat. And also, there's actually not a lot of meat on frog legs, so it's not really worth the price. It costs close to $12 for two frogs. And with the amount of meat you actually get off the legs, it's really not worth it. I did this more for the experience of it, just to say I've done it. Hey, what's going on, everyone? I see some new people in the chat here. So yeah, that was my frog experience. So I figured I would just share that with you because I thought it was kind of a interesting, unique story to share. And then on top of that, yeah, we have these crazy, the Canadian wildfires going on. And I wasn't aware of this until today. I was at work and I was looking outside and I'm like, it's a really weird color going on outside. Like it almost looks like it's a yellow tint going on out there. And then, come to find out, it's from the, all right, YT, see you later, man. Come to find out, all this is from the smoke up in the atmosphere due to the Canadian wildfires. Those damn Canadians. I swear, This happened like 3 years ago. We had the same thing going on where we get the smoke from the Canadian wildfires, and then our jet stream just carries it on down this way to the East Coast. So how lucky are we? But yeah, it's weird, and I guess the air quality is actually quite poor right now. So since my dad had a double lung transplant, he kind of has to minimize the amount of exposure he gets outside for the next couple of days. But anyways, that's what's been going on here. Eating frog, experiencing this crazy looking atmosphere due to the Canadian wildfires. But anyways, how are all you guys doing? Hi, Henry Martinez. Hi, Selin. Guess YT Jack left. He got tired of hearing me blabber on. So what's going on, everyone? How is, what is it, Wednesday? How is everyone's Wednesday evening? I had to think about what day it was for a moment there. Oy. I'll probably be on for maybe like an hour tonight, guys. So I basically talked about what I wanted to talk about at the intro of this live. But if there's anything you guys want to talk about, just comment down below and we'll have a chat. And please, if you enter the stream, please like and comment on this live stream because it helps out with the algorithm. I want to pull up this live on my laptop here, so I want to put in a comment here. Hang on a sec. Live, content and live. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Let's see here. All right, let's pull up this live stream on my laptop. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, anything you guys want to talk about, just comment down below. And please no spam, Lincoln Gaming. All right, Lincoln Gaming, knock it off or I'm going to have to put you in timeout. All right, and let's pin this comment so it sits at the top. All right. If this is your first time on my live stream, welcome. And again, feel free. I have quite a bit of content up on my YouTube channel. I have a lot of YouTube shorts. They're mostly comedic, so feel free to check them out. I also do these live streams a couple of times a week, depending on how the week is going. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm glad to have you. I can't deal with this because I'm very disappointed today. Why are you disappointed? What happened, if you don't mind me asking? What has you disappointed? What about your Nano? What happened? What happened to your Nana? Oh yeah, she's trying to be rude to you. What's your Nana doing that's rude? Did you guys have an argument? What's going on, everyone? Feel free to comment down below. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with all these Canadian wildfires. Like I was saying earlier, I feel like this just happened maybe 3 years ago. I think it was 2023. I remember seeing smoke in the atmosphere from all those Canadian wildfires, huh? What is going on with Canada and all these wildfires? That's a problem with a lot of these old forests. You have a buildup of dead wood. And the more buildup of dead wood you have, the more out of control these wildfires tend to get. There's not a whole lot you can do about it. Hi guys, welcome to the chat. So I guess the Canadian wildfires are primarily the western provinces of British Columbia, Alberta, and Manitoba. So the majority of these wildfires are coming from Western Canada. There's over 100 fires burning. Many of them are out of control. That is crazy. Over 100 different wildfires going on at one time. Can you believe that? Wow. Nova Scotia too. Well, that's like Eastern Canada. All right, guys, I planned on live streaming for an hour, but if this live stream continues to be dead, I might cut it short because I don't really want to be sitting here by myself. I mean, I like talking, but I don't want to have a conversation with myself for an hour. I don't know where everybody is. Where is everybody? Why is it so quiet tonight? There's got to be some people out there that want to talk, right? It's got to be somebody. It's so damn quiet. Ugh. I think this is the quietest stream I've ever experienced on YouTube. This is kinda lame. I'll give it another few minutes to rebound. What's up, everyone? Is anyone ready for the upcoming NFL season? If you are, comment down below. Let me know what your favorite NFL football team is. No. So I'm reading this article right now where Patrick Mahomes, his goal is to start week 1, though I am quite skeptical he's going to be able to start week 1. That was a pretty severe knee injury that he had. That usually takes like a minimum of a year to recover from, and then sometimes another year to like get back to 100%. And the thing is with like Patrick Mahomes, like half of his game is scrambling out of the pocket and playing backyard football. So if that knee injury slows down his mobility, he may not be able to scramble around and play that backyard football that he likes to play. And not only that, he's really starting to lose his weapons in Kansas City. Travis Kelce isn't the player that he used to be. Tyreek Hill hasn't been there for a couple of years. They have a couple of decent wide receivers on the outside, but I think Kansas City's definitely going to take a step back. I mean, they did last year. They took a step back last year. Although if you look at their numbers from last year to the year they went to the Super Bowl, the numbers are actually quite similar. The only difference was Kansas City wasn't winning the close games last year like they had the previous year. So I think it's either going to be the Denver Broncos winning the division or the LA Chargers. I think those are the two best teams in the division. Number 3, I would put Kansas City. Number 4, I would put the Raiders, because I think the Las Vegas Raiders are a poorly run franchise. They have been for a while. Although I do think, drafting Mendoza as their rookie quarterback, I think they'll be a little better this year, maybe 5 or 6 wins. But I like Denver or LA winning the division. I'm going to go, I'm going to have Denver winning the division, LA coming in second place, Kansas City coming in third place, and the Raiders coming in fourth place. So we'll see how this prediction ages over time once the NFL regular season comes to a conclusion. We'll see how the my ranking stacks up in the AFC West. Come on, there's got to be some other NFL football fans out there, right? Kind of all over the place on the stream, talking about frogs, talking about the Canadian wildfires, talking about NFL football. But the thing is, there's no one coming into this space. I kind of, I have to think about things to talk about to fill out space, because it's kind of strange just sitting here in silence. And then in the NFC East, I would say the Bills will win the division. The Patriots will come in second place. The Jets will come in third place, and the Dolphins will come in fourth place. I think the New England Patriots, they will come back down to reality this year. I'm not trying to take away from their season last year. They had a good season, but that schedule they had last year, I believe they were saying it was the easiest schedule any team's ever had in the last 30 years. So they're not going to get that layup of a schedule again. Their schedule is going to be much more difficult this year because they were in the Super Bowl last year. So I think they're going to have like the second toughest schedule in the NFL, or around there somewhere. So I would have the Patriots winning 9 or 10 games this year. They're not winning 15 games, and I don't think Denver's going to win 15 games either, because they won an awful lot of close games last year. Almost similar to Kansas City a couple years ago. But I think Drake May is a pretty good quarterback. He definitely took a step back in the playoffs, with the exception of the Texans games where he threw 3 touchdowns. The game against the game against the Chargers, the game against the Broncos, and the game against the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. The Patriots look very pedestrian against good NFL defenses. I think that game against Denver, they barely won against a Denver team that rolled out a backup quarterback that hadn't played in 3 years. And if it wasn't for that, if Bo Nix had been healthy going into that championship game, I'm like 99% positive Denver definitely would have beat New England in that championship game. I don't think they would have beat Seattle, but they would have got through the Patriots. So trying to think and kind of like come up with my Super Bowl prediction. I got in the AFC. I could possibly see the Buffalo Bills coming out of the AFC and the LA Rams coming out of the NFC. But I could also see the Broncos making it to the Super Bowl too, because they do have a really good defense, and I think their offense is going to really step up this year and make a difference. You know, Denver's defense has been really carrying them the last several years. So it's about damn time their offense starts doing something. And Sean Payton turned over the reins to Davis Webb to call plays in Denver this year. So hopefully there'll be a little bit more of a rhythm to their offense this year. Last year, Denver threw way too many screens, and the defense knew exactly what they were doing. Oh, man. You know what I just remembered? I think it was 2 weeks ago. I totally forgot about this, but there was a tall building in Midtown Manhattan that was leaning, and it was on the verge of collapse. Whatever happened to that building? Let me get an update on that. Leaning building in Midtown Manhattan update. So I guess that building that was on the verge of collapsing a couple weeks ago in Midtown Manhattan, I guess the building is now considered stable after emergency crews installed temporary shoring and steel beams. So that's good news. But I guess nearby streets and buildings will continue to be closed down while the repairs continue, which makes sense. Something could still happen. Wow. I guess it was the current builder that's responsible for the addition on this building. They have multiple violations against them. Excess weight from widening the top floors. That's thought that could be the possible cause to the columns buckling. Wow. Crews have been working around the clock to add extra stabilization and construct an exterior netting enclosure. That's just crazy, man. You think with all this modern innovation and the efficiency of construction, these things wouldn't happen anymore. But it just seems like companies are always trying to cut corners and do things as cheap as possible to maximize their profits. You see it all over the place. All right, well, I have tried. The stream remains dead, so I think I am going to call it a stream. I will try again at some point this week, and hopefully it's a better stream than this.